Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Small Chrysalis Pendant. This is a one light pendant, the 161188. This is going to be the smaller of the two sizes, and that's really going to be 8.8 inches from the bottom here to the top of what's an embedded retaining ring that has threading inside. This is going to screw over your socket to keep it on. The larger version of this is coming in at 11.6. I do have some customers, and there's one I'm working with right now, that's going to be hopefully using these over a stairway. They're going to have multiple junction boxes and use a larger one and a smaller one. I think that would be pretty cool. So they have just a little bit of difference between them. The glass on this is very spectacular. You just can't get over how beautiful this glass is. If you ever get a chance to see it in person, it is hand-blown crystal to begin with. It's very substantial. They blow it into a mold, and then they come and they dip the whole thing in one of two ways. So you're going to have two options on the glass. You're going to have matte black, that's the one I have here, and you're going to have a matte white. And then once this is all covered in molten glass on the outside, they take it just like a gemstone and it's ground against a grinding wheel to make each of these facets, and you can see how beautiful these are. And then they're ground against a polishing wheel to make them just super smooth, and you can see right through them. It's optical glass. It's really spectacular stuff. So, moving on from there, let's talk about a lot of little details on this. So the canopy up in your ceiling is going to be 5.5 inches in diameter, 2.26 inches, and that's going to be from the ceiling to the bottom, what's called the gripper. And what you have is you have the cable that's going up into what's called the gripper, and that does what it sounds like, it grips. So it basically will let you coil this cable inside the canopy and get as much up there as you want, because you're going to have an overall height that's going to vary a little bit, and we'll talk about that in a sec. But anyway, the gripper is going to be kind of a nickel plated, and when you take your thumb and you push into it, it releases. So during your installation, you can actually back this out if you need to. And then that canopy is going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box. So the size of this fixture itself, like I said a second ago, the body of the fixture before you get to the cables is 8.8 inches tall, and then the diameter is coming in at 5.5 inches. Overall height, now that's when you're encompassing everything. So it's going to be from the ceiling to the bottom of the fixture and the cable inside and the canopy. It's going to give you a range of 13 inches at the shortest, all the way to 80 inches at the longest. If you need yours to be longer than 80 inches, just drop us a quick email. Say you're looking at the 161188 and tell me how long you need it to be. Could be 200 inches, 220 inches, 300 inches, coming down from a 2 or 3 story ceiling. We do customs all the time. We just have to know that kind of information. I'm going to take your email, send it through the customs department. It's going to come back with an answer. Adds just a little bit of time and money, but we do it every day. So this is slope ceiling adaptable already to 45 degrees because it's cable hung. Gravity is going to make it hang straight down. And I want to show you a little bit more information about all of that stuff, and how we're going to do it is to take a quick look at the installations instructions. Now, if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations, instructions, PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how everything comes together, but it's going to show you some good line drawings of that canopy, including the top of it, what it looks like, so you get a chance to see how it's going to attach to your junction box. So take advantage of that if you can. Let's talk about lamping on this. This is going to be using what's called a G4 socket. It takes a very small bulb with 2 little pins coming out of it, and the name of the bulb, or the style number of the bulb itself, is a GY 6.35, which sounds like a mouthful, but it's a very simple bulb. There's no halogens used in this. It's going to be a strictly LED pendant for you, but there's a great LED that can work in this. It's a 4-watt Emery Allen LED, and that 4-watt Emery Allen LED produces 425 lumens of light, and that's quite a bit of light. That's the equivalent of a 50-watt halogen, so that kind of works out good for everybody. So we're going to have a link to that, actually the style number of that bulb, specific bulb, on our site under the description. So you'll be able to pop that into Emery Allen's search bar on their website, or maybe Amazon, or any of those places, and that'll come up. These are the highest quality LEDs that exist, the Emery Allens, so they're really good to go with that. So the color they're going to offer these to you, when I actually went on their website and checked it out, there was a pull down menu there that gives you the option to kind of get different color light out of their LEDs, just like all the LEDs that are out there. They're going to offer it to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's going to be a super yellow light. They're going to offer it to you in daylight, which sounds like a warm light, Remember, it's not. It's a kind of a coolish, bluish white light. That's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. But I also notice in the pull-down menu, they do offer it to you in 3,000 Kelvin, and that is warm white, soft white. That's what we like to use in our showroom, which is the light coming down from this LED here, warm white, soft light, 3,000 Kelvin LED. So it's a great fixture. Check out the one on the larger version of this, and you might decide you want to put them all together. And there's lots of multi-versions of this as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.